Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Evelyn. I'm here to introduce you to a new level of entertainment. The stars have aligned, connecting Brooklyn, New York, Sacramento, California, and Atlanta, Georgia. The team. Introducing Flatbush, Brooklyn's finest, the boss, Chef Chupino. Hailing from Sacramento, California, is Andrea Lynch. From the dirty South Atlanta, Georgia, is your boy, Victor Freeze Music, or just Vic.
Club phone jump, it's the weekend. Dream come true with the big friends. Hitting on doors, that's the defense. Rolling with all, that's the offense. It me change, you let me peachin'. With a bull shaking to my maybe drop bands. Today on buy and I sale. Today on buy you the kid play. Baby, tell me what you want. Julian, well, I know you need fun. Ever since remember that we been knocking at the door. Y'all be moving paper, we be running up the school. Y'all before that pill that we was sleeping on the floor. West side Africa, you know the shit ain't cool. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care.
Pop it, baby. Come roll with me.
All night long.
As times relax, my mind's relaxed. I got now from who got next. Here's my number, just send a text. You got a man and she responds, nah. Okay, sure enough. I'ma let you go, don't wanna hold you up. I'ma call your phone when I put it up. Whoever let you go must be dumb as fuck. Wait for. Girl, you so fine, I'll pay for. Fly you first class to the lake bar. Body so blessed, I pray for. Body so blessed, I pray for. Because I don't care what you say.
I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long.
My nigga, I killed it. Night long. This the part where you get your girl, nigga. Make sure she focused, nigga. Make sure you focus, nigga. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, hit it.
I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care.
That's a hit for your ass, nigga. Hit for your ass, nigga. Prophet the One. Follow me on all Instagram sites, PROPHETTHEONE. That's Prophet the One in case you couldn't spell. But if you could, you already.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? YouTube, what's going on? Let me get a little focus on this action over here. Bear with me one moment. You know they said how us light-skinned dudes do. You're gonna have to bear with me. I need to get my Chris Brown on. What's going on with you? If I sound a little under the weather, I'm not under the weather. Just a wee bit tired. You know what I mean? A wee bit tired. but I'm gonna be all right. You know why? Because we bringing you some truth and balance tonight. So before I even show the love, what I'm gonna do is bring the other half of this thing here up on the screen. What's going on, Andrea? Uh-oh.
Hello.
Another set of glasses, y'all. Another set of
Nice.
glasses. There she goes. How are you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired too a little bit, but I'm still good.
And for the folks that were looking for our STD episode, spiritually transmitted diseases, because we have structures, we have formats, and that particular format was the team, which consists of myself, Victor Freeze, and Andrea. So Vic is under the weather. Hold it down, Vic. He's gonna be showing love from the chat. So because of that, and it was important that he played and weighed in on that topic in terms of the structure, we pivoted to the truth and balance format tonight, which is Andrea and myself. Got it, get it, gone. All right, you got it, Andrea?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So let's go and show some love to these folks. I'm gonna be adjusting my camera as well. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, we got a lot of love in here. What up, Don Frank? What's good with you? How are you? How are you? Andrea, that's you. What's good? Showing love to everybody. My guy, Danique. Yes. Want to thank Danique. He was literally the first purchaser of the Chef Chupino Zaire Guillaume model shoes. I
Okay.
sincerely thank you for your patronage. You already part of the family as well. So it ain't nothing like when family supports you. Thank you. And I already sent you a little thank you as well. You already know what to do, my dude. Thank you for that. Vic, yeah, pimp down. We holding it down for you, big dog. Just get right. Nurse your wounds. You feel me? Thank you. Hey, E Blizzy. Man, I gotta tell you, it was last night was a crazy show, yo. Go check out E Black's show last night. There's he's my homie, so we also have formats, and there's a format we do on the show. It's called on his channel, and it's called Prime Cuts with Chef. Get it? So we had a really interesting conversation, and it was just like it's a good old time with the homies. You could have transplanted us into a barbershop. It would have made sense. You could have transferred us to a backyard with a cooler of beers sitting between us, and it would have made sense. Great freaking show. Prime Cuts with Chef on the E Black TV channel. All right, let's keep it going. Ice cream. So, all right. Dawn, what it do? What's going on? Hey, peace, love, and laughs. Mi boricua. Man, I don't know what I was doing. YouTube algorithm takes you around some weird ass corners. And I happened to see this crazy Puerto Rican on Kendra G. Yo, we gotta talk about that, man. I'm gonna give you a show. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about that, yo. You an ill chick, B. You an ill chick, B. But anyway, let's keep it going. Red lipstick vibes. My girl, my mellow. Still celebrating your birthday. Happy birthday. Congratulations on your 1K. All right. YouTube partner. I see you. Check out her page. You're a moderator, so you gotta put your stuff in there. All right. AKA Super Cop. Mika Marcel, A1 Day 1. You know what it is. All right. I'm way back in the cut with this love here. Make hey, 100 watts. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Congratulations. Happy you and Pops getting back on the freaking horse. They putting the band back together. Pops knows best. Go check his channel out. You see, I know how to show love. Check out 100 watts. They back in effect. All right. You couldn't keep them out the league. Yes. Peace to the Watkins family on the recent loss and everything. I hope everybody is good over there. You know what I mean? Real talk. All right. Knowledge and relationships in the house. M to Z. My guy, Aaron Laura. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you always. You are a new blessing to the channel. Yes, yes. M to Z. Uh-oh. Hola, Joanna Washington. Thank you for coming through. So tonight, of course, is the Truth and Balance format that we normally do now. And I'd like everybody to enjoy it. But besides that, how you doing right now, Andrea? The hell you laughing about? I just snuck it up on you.
I want to tell you is
it's like damn, Chef.
Look, it's hot in Cali. I'm having a hot flash. That's what
I'm Uh-oh. Do they have ice emojis? I don't know. I was gonna tell you I put an ice emoji in the chat. I don't know. Do they have ice emojis? Yeah, let's see. Any ice emojis? Ice emoji. Ice emoji. Put your ice emojis in the chat, y'all. Peace to the hot flash. Ice emojis in the chat. There you go. There you go. Yes. So, all right. So look, yes. You good? We good?
I'm good.
I don't need to hire a ninja to snatch that phone out your hand.
No, you don't. Okay, I got you.
Okay, just checking. You know what I mean? So, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yo, I told you, listen. Listen, watch this. Look, I was about to say something, right? I was about to say, tell that ninja, stop sending that stuff while we doing my show. you me and Vic Lady right now when it's showtime. All right.
I'm here.
You know, but what it is, my daughter asked me. She said, "Daddy," she said, "Is there gonna be cussing on the show tonight? Because I want to watch it." I said, "Well, no cussing." She said, "Oh, so it's kiddish?" I said, "No, I didn't say that."
You said no cussing, but there ain't no kids.
Right. So, speaking of kids, man.
Yes.
Perspectives. You know, perspectives on children, on their opinions. Do you think their opinions matter? I'm gonna go off camera real quick.
Do their opinions? Yes, their opinions matter, but it depends on. I mean, I let my kids express themselves, but that don't mean they're gonna change my mind or my opinion. But I'll hear them out. As long as you respectful and say how you feel, say it. You know, I don't want them to feel like they don't have a voice.
Okay. All right.
But
so
talk through them.
Pardon me, that's my fault. You continue.
Sometimes they talk too damn much.
So, did you have an opinion when you were a kid?
Oh my God, I always had an opinion, and my mother hated that I had an opinion. And the first thing that came out of my mouth is always, "Why we gotta do this? Why we gotta do that?" And a couple of times she popped me for saying that. She thought I was too opinionated, and I just learned that this to go in my room and say how I feel to the air. You're on mute, Chef. You're on mute.
I was about to flow. Y'all know my trademark. All right. But how do you feel that impacted you now in terms of the way that you move with your children? There's a reason I'm asking you that, by the way.
I wanted my kids to have an opinion. I thought that she was not stagnate me, but she made me not really say. And it took me a long time to get my voice, because when she would tell me, when I would be asking her questions, why I gotta do this and why I gotta do that, she would say, basically she would just cut me off. I'm a mother. It's my house. It's my shit. My dad did that too. Never explain. I think when you explain things to children, they got a level of understanding, instead of you just cutting them off saying, this is my stuff. This is why. Hold on 1 minute.
Take your time. Take your time. You know how we do over here. Love is love. While we wait for the lady Andrea, pop my little beverage. So, go ahead. You let me know when you're ready to rock.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready now.
Go ahead. You're in the middle of talking.
Okay.
About your voice.
Okay, I felt like I don't know. I am a kid of 7 kids. She has 7 kids, and I am her rebel. But I was feeling like she was stagnating my voice when she would just not explain stuff. Sometimes I think when you explain things to children, they're going about their way. But if you just not explain and tell them like simple answers, because I'm the mother and I said so and do it out my way. Well, I'm gonna do it the other way because you said no. I want you to explain why you saying no. And plus, when she told me no, I did it the opposite way. That's just who I am.
See how you move, yo?
And even to this day, when my dad says no, when my dad hates, I get blonde weeds. Oh, I do it on purpose. Because he told me stop getting them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, so you think it still manifests itself now then?
Yes, I do things that when somebody tells me no or give me an ultimatum, I'll just go the opposite way just because.
Okay. All right. So perfect. So right now I'm just waiting for a file. It's important for us to take a look at. This is going to be pretty much one of the first case studies for our breaking news show. And it's some current events or breaking news from some of the youth. So let's take a look at it. Share this file with you.
Literally had a conversation with my mom. I was like, okay, I'm finna tell you stuff and stop me when I get disrespectful. I express my feelings, but that don't happen with everybody. And so when I was standing up here and you guys were like, don't belittle your children, but the whole statement of you're not on my level sounds like belittlement to us. It's saying you don't have as much value as me. You're not as important to me. You don't put up what I put up, so you can't have a say so in what we do. You don't pay bills. You don't own this house. You don't pay for nothing. When you bring up the stuff that you do for your children, it makes us feel like a burden. It makes us feel like I can't wait till I grow up so I don't have to be a burden to you anymore. If you say, it's like when people be like, your parents had a life before you, it makes you feel like I made you so miserable and bitter. I don't want to be here anymore because you don't want me to be here anymore. So why should I be here and put my best foot forward if the person who gave birth to me and made me come in this life doesn't want me? How am I supposed to look at somebody else for love if I feel like I'm not getting love at home? What do you do when you want to have somebody to talk to, but they like, you can't talk to them? You go to somebody else to talk to, and that's not who you want us to talk to.
I don't know so far. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
got
know
a lot to
how
say,
I'm
Chef.
feeling
I got a lot
about
to say on this one, Chef. Okay, this don't trigger me. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. This don't trigger me already this tonight.
I know how to pick them. Messing with you, I know how to pick them. You know, so look.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it going.
Okay.
Let's keep it going.
How am I supposed to come and talk to you and you don't listen to me, but somebody else may listen to me, but they not gonna treat me how you want me to be treated? You love me, but you don't show it. But they don't love me, but they act like they love me. So I'm going to go to the person that acts like they love me, and not the person who. I'm going to go to the person who acts like they love me. Because when you grow up like this and you grow up with people who emotionally stunt your growth, you go looking for other people and you insecure. You go looking for other people for sex, for people who going to tell you, oh, you're pretty. That's why the first person to tell you you're pretty, I'm glad my mama never, they say your parent and your family is your first bully, point out every insecurity you have, and then you want your kids to feel beautiful and smart and go to school with people who telling them the same thing you tell them. That's not going to work. You can't want to be your children's love and shelter, but you're not that. That's materialistic things. If God was only materialistic to you, you will feel hurt. You need to have your spirit be healed. You need to have your spirit be fed. It's okay to have clothes and shoes and all this stuff, but what about my spirit? What about my emotions? What about my mental state? You can't be, you look pretty on the outside. You got me nice shoes. You got me nice things. But I'm struggling on the inside. Some people want to commit suicide, but they look good on the outside. Y'all focus on the outside so much that you don't take the time. You say you listen to your children, but 9 times out of 10, you're not really listening because we don't feel safe. You say
I'll just say this. 4 words. And I'm long-winded. 4 words. Sounds personal to me.
Me too.
Otherwise known as anecdotal. Right? Let's keep it running.
Say you create a safe space, but that's 9 times 10 is not true. Because even though my parents never hit me or they never threatened to hit me, they words hurt even worse. When you telling me, you never say you disappointed in me, but your body language show it all. You look at me like I'm just some, like you can't believe you raised this. Some people say it to kids, I can't believe I raised somebody like this. Well, if you raised me so beautifully that you said you is, how come I ended up like this? It's a lot of things that go into having a kid, and some people end up resenting their kids when they have them too young or they have them with the wrong person. Some people just realize that sometimes it's too late to recognize the trauma, because when you get older and I don't have to spend time with you, how often do you see me? When I don't have to live with you no more, how often do you see me? When I have some people get jobs, some people hang out with friends' house because they don't want to go home, and you refuse to recognize that you yourself have caused your child's trauma, whether you want to admit it or not. And that's the issue.
And sit your ass down with that bullshit standing ovation.
Are they over 40? I doubt it. They not. Holler at me and how they raise some children yet.
Right. Look at them. Here's my little editing piece. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. All right. Just stop that cap. So, yeah. First off, everything that you say, young lady, And I'm not making jest of the things that you've gone through or your plight, because I do believe that everything you stated was real and real to you. However, if you go on a platform and you speak to absolutes based on your own anecdotal experience, it's almost like giving your friend your high blood pressure medicine or your insulin. The thing that is based on your own, the medicine related to curing your own personal traumas may be detrimental to someone else. We treat trauma in different ways. If there's a situation where your throat or your trachea is blocked, one of the ways they treat trauma is to literally puncture a hole in your chest into your lungs so that you'll be able to breathe. But if you just go to a regular person who ain't sick and puncture a hole in their lung, they'll die. So when you treat trauma, the medicines, the fixes for trauma can be traumatic to people who have had normal cookie cutter existence. So the only thing I could say to you, Flower, is that, I hope and pray that you're seeking some sort of therapy,
Yes.
some sort of assistance where you can speak to someone that will help you better understand yourself, your plight, what you did and did not deserve, and not what the world owes you, but what you owe to yourself.
And maybe
and be conscious. Let me just land this plane. We in the air. And just so that when it's time for you to be a mom, you can better know how to approach it without attempting to simply cure your trauma. And there's a reason I bring this up is because we have a STD show, spiritually transmitted diseases. So when we do that show, you'll understand. But go ahead. Yeah.
Maybe a therapist can help heal her and her mother heal together. Maybe I mean that can help too. Uh, uh, um, it's a funny thing. I mean, I want to go by every part that she said, but it was a part in there when she said, "You're not on my level." My dad didn't say I wasn't on his level, but let me tell you, I did understand that I am not on his level, as in the sense he was 20 years older than me. I was just I was his child. He's a grown adult, and I understand when he said this was my shit. He worked hard for his shit, and so
Stuff.
it's stuff. So I mean, I'm like, see, to this what I say about this new generation from me. They so self entitlement, and you not on my level. Are you kidding me to say that you not? No, my kids ain't on my level. They ain't my friend. They ain't my co-partner. They ain't none of that. You ain't. It's a rite of passage. My mama and daddy. I ain't never gonna be on their level because they're much older than me. They was here first. And I'm sick of these kids, these young generation on everything given to them, handed to them. You're not on my level. Hurt your fucking feelings? Really? Hurt your feelings? Man, ridiculous. On my level. It's like that. That's ridiculous. I just think, and to say your mom was your family member was your first bully. Yeah, you know what? I just think sometimes in family you're gonna have some battle wounds. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. I just think it happens. And you learn to either you deal with it or you gonna sit on somebody's couch to help you deal with it. But you carry around at pain and anger. You sound like you mean your own damn self. Just saying, on my level. This ain't what?
I see that kind of triggered you a little bit, right?
My level. I mean, I wish I would. I mean, I just think about being raised and saying you're not on my level. If my daddy, he wouldn't say that kind of words, but he would say, "This is my house. I go to work every day. I make sure I'm taking care of you." He would say that kind of stuff. And when he came home, he sit in the chair, and what I would do is take his shoes off because he been working more than 40 hours. I appreciated him taking care of us.
You know, what's funny you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the thing is, my 6-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's pretty dope to me,
Mm-hmm.
the way that she moves, because it's like she's very, very protective of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she'd be like, "You all right, Daddy? How was your day?" You know, and she'll literally come and start massaging the back of my shoulders, and I'm like, "Man, yo, that's my baby." You know, it's one of those things where being like that, it shows a degree of understanding. There's also, it generates a lack of selfishness. You know what I mean?
I understood when he came home. He was tired. Sometimes, you know, he was on his knees kicking carpet. So when he came home, I would take his shoes off. To me, I watched him, you know, provide for a wife and 7 kids. We might not always agree, and I might not always agree what he done, but he done the best he could, the best father he could, and to try to keep us away from nobody's prison, teenage pregnancy, all that. I give him all the praise. So they say that I ain't on his level. That don't even bother me. Cause why? Because I'm gonna be that a strong-minded worker that show how to take care of family. I don't care if he say I ain't on his level. This is that bullshit to me tonight. Kids be getting on my nerves.
All right, talking about kids getting on your nerves. You see this name up here on the screen? It says Andrea Lynch. Watch this. Uh-oh. So we got someone named Veronica Lynch. Who would that name sound familiar? What up, Veronica? What it do, man? You supposed to be sitting laying somewhere with your feet up, yo, and you come and playing with the old folks, huh?
I think it's more than
I see you. What it do? What it do?
See, I told you that little self-entitlement on my level.
Yeah, because she get it from her mama. Let me see. So the young
She
Veronica
got so
Lynch.
much to say tonight. Okay, really, she got so
All
much
right.
to say over
The
here.
first daughter of Andrea Lynch. Parents don't have to tell their kids what they did for them. You brought your kids into this world. We didn't ask to be here. Okay.
See, I see what I say. They got so much to say.
So one thing I can say to that particular argument is this. To that argument isn't y'all didn't ask to be here. But when you state it like that, you're stating like, I ain't asked for this shit. You mean life? Yeah, you weren't given a hassle. You were given life, man.
For real.
So
they don't understand.
It's something to think about. But remember, this ain't a debate show. So that's not for me to try and change your mind, but it's definitely something to think about. She said, "Oh no, not that argument." So let's bring it back to where we were at the other layout. Boom, boom. So let's see. Somebody might agree with someone or someone else.
I have a question. Do you think children should be friends with their parents? Yes or no? Talk to me. In my opinion, bro, I don't think so. I do not think kids should be friends with their parents, bro. I think they can be friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my mom, we have a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? Be watching the games, all that, talking, woo, making jokes and all that. But there's still a respect level. You feel what I'm saying? We not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel as though a lot of y'all, I be seeing a lot of y'all on this app, bro. Y'all be real friendly, bro. Y'all be doing stuff that I be like, yo, like, huh? And I be scared for y'all because I be looking at the flashbacks of my life like, yo, bro, what did they just say? If I would have said that, it would have been up for me. And I like that, though, because there needs to be that type of separation. Because I wish my kid would come in my house, bro, talking all type crazy to me like I'm his mans. I'm not your mans, bro. I'm not your man. Your man's didn't have to clean up your diapers. Your man's ain't have to feed you baby food. Your man's ain't have to do all this stuff. Your man's ain't paying for you. So shut up and respect me. You better respect.
I
You better
agree with
respect
that too.
me.
I agree with I think it I think when mom and parents be friends with their children, I mean they going to the club, they kicking it and hanging out. It I feel like personally it's not it's like we on the same level and we not. Then I ain't friends with, I'm cool with my kids. I'm cool with them. But I ain't going to the club. We ain't kicking it. We ain't smoking. No, we ain't doing none of that. It's a level thing. No, I'm grown, and then you grown too, but I'm a little growner than you.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So there's levels. I believe in that. It's understanding that there's tiers. Right.
Yes.
Hold on. Understanding tiers. Understanding rules of engagement. Understanding that even in a corporate structure, different levels of employees run by different playbooks.
Mm-hmm.
It's not oppression.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way things should work. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. That's why in sports, you got in baseball, you got pitching coaches, you got
Mm-hmm.
batting coaches, umpire coaches. You know, you got offensive and defensive coaches in all the other sports as well, because you understand there's different levels. You have management, general management, coaching staff. It's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. There's levels to this shit, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So understanding tiers and hierarchy and hierarchical structure is something that's important. It's not something to be shunned, because if you wish to have that high level of equity and consideration, then of course what comes with equity and consideration? Sweat equity,
Mm-hmm.
the work.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
if you're a minor, you're unable to understand taxes, get paid, W-2, I-9s, all of these different things,
You.
then let me handle this. You handle the homework and the trash and cleaning your room.
Mm-hmm.
I worry about lights, clothing, food.
I
I'm
think
just saying.
sometimes they want to be grown before you're grown. I have a favorite saying. I say this all the time. Being grown and acting grown is two different things. Okay. I be telling my kids sometimes you got to crawl before you walk. Y'all want everything given now, right now, right now. No, it's a rite of passage. That's what you do. This is what comes. And you know, just even when I talk to my sister about it, like she friends with her kids. See, I'm not. But I was like, when me and my sister get in an argument, my nieces come talking to me. I be telling my sister, they ain't my friend. They need to stay out of sister business. We was here before y'all was. And I was like, man, it's like, and I be telling her, I mean, like, I be like, man, this is it's levels to this. But this new generation feel like they got a right to say, they can say what they want to say, and I was like, when?
Okay.
My test.
So no, listen. Let's talk about this.
Okay,
This is not a negative thing though,
no,
because
it's not.
even in terms of my culture, right?
Mhm.
Yes, my culture is American. I'm American. I love being in America and born in America. But my mom came over here in middle school, like 12 years old, right? So my parents were born in another country. And in terms of the culture, you know, the women are always harder on the young girls.
Yes.
You know, even in American culture, when they'd be like, oh man, I know a lot of women that were like, man, I have to have me some girls, man. You know, I'm gonna have to go in because there's a certain understanding of the work you have to put in terms of teaching her about her feminine wiles and being a lady, you know. And like I said in another show, the stuff y'all have to go through, you know what I'm saying? Imagine, I said the term, imagine with these nuts having to hear a lady scream at me, close your legs, close your legs. You know, there's a lot of different things that you guys have to learn to come up, because society judges you in a different way. And I understand those double standards 100%. So it's important, since you have to be the drill sergeant of femininity, to make sure that she doesn't become for the streets. There has to be that level of balance and good cop, which is dad, which will also give her a certain level of resonance in terms of how to understand what she thinks of a man and how to understand how to love a man. Because our daughters understand not just our strengths, but our weaknesses as well. And that's why sometimes the level of weakness that we show them can determine the amount of weakness that they may be willing to accept from the man that they choose. What you think?
Yes, I do. I do believe that. And I'm really happy that she spends with her father.
I think it's a great thing. I think it's important.
Yes,
I think it's important.
I do too.
You know, oh, thank you for the cosign. You know, the thing is, there's conversations you can have with my daughter, with your daughter, and it's different. And there's things you can say. Even it's almost like it's the weirdest thing. Say the family's still together. Your daughter, it represents a piece of the mother. But the beautiful thing is this: the beautiful thing is that you can talk. I don't know, fathers and daughters. I like to talk shit to my daughters. You get what I'm saying? And it's almost like I'm saying it, but then mom might have got annoyed when I said it. But I'm saying it to a version of mom that has just been like, "Oh, you're so silly, Dad." You know what I mean? Sense of humor, this, that, and the other. There's so many different things that the father-daughter relationship, you know, it sparks within the daughter. So that friendship is important, because the open bandwidth of communication is important. No question. The respect and compassion given to a child will be reciprocated when the parent is old. Absolutely. Be careful how you treat your children. Yes. Now, in terms of the respect and compassion given to a child, there's times where you just leveling natural family parental discipline upon a child may seem like disrespect or being uncompassionate, right? Or a lack of compassion to them, until trials and tribulations of life take place. And then they be like, damn, I see what mama was saying. I see what dad was saying. Man, I'm glad they scared the hell out of me not to do such and such. Because everybody around me.
Yep.
You have to provide that pivot to growth, that pivotal information to their growth, so then they will understand it. If you tell me you kept your kids out of the cemetery, out of the jails, out of the streets, you got them to school, you helped them graduate, you took care of them, did all of these different things, and then they still mad about a couple of whoopings they got when they was 14, then there may be a problem with them in terms of their lack of understanding. So I think it's important that we segue. You know, it's like that conversation after the whooping. You know, I love you. You know, it hurt me more than you, but you know, I don't want you such and such and such. The pivotal information from the pivot after the punishment or after the discipline.
Yeah.
Let me see. Pretty little Veronica reminds me so much of me and my mom once I became a mother, and as my daughter got older, she is now 34. I then understood my mother.
Yes.
And that's funny, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with. I didn't understand my mother until I had kids of my own. And when she told me not to do stuff, and how she when I funny when the clip showed, the girl said when she's disappointed, when yeah, I think when your mom is disappointed, you don't want to disappoint her. What's wrong with her showing emotions that she disappointed in you? Or what's wrong with her saying, I can't believe I raised this child. I mean, to me, when you say something like that, you're saying, look, I'm disappointed. I know I done better by you. I know I did the best I could by you. And I think this is just what's wrong with that. I knew when I disappointed my dad. I knew, I felt it. I knew it.
How to make you feel?
I want to do that again to him? No. I try not to do the same thing.
Why?
Why? Because I disappointed him. He expected better from me. I knew better. I know my dad was very strict, so he allowed us to go to this party. Okay. And we begged. First he said no. And then we was like, Daddy, please let us go, please. It was me, my twin sister, and my older brother. He had a car, so he let us go. And we didn't get home until 3 a.m. And my mama said he walked that floor all night. And we would sit out on that porch the next morning because we know how he was mad with us. But I disappointed him because he told us to be home by midnight. We didn't come home until 3 o'clock in the morning. And it wasn't my fault. It was my older brother's fault because he was still hanging out with his friends. And I told him we had to go home. But I disappointed my dad. And then my mom said he was up all night worried about us. When I begged for him let us go to the party, and he's very restricted, and he told us no from the beginning, and he changed his mind.
Damn, yo. You know, so just saying, peace to pops. You imagine that feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that feeling where your child, and it's like you don't know where they are, and they out in that world?
Mm-hmm.
That feeling of fear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not just a feeling of fear. Remember, and that goes back to the clip we're talking about. A child doesn't understand that volcano, that whirlwind, when you have no control over the care or protection of your child for a certain amount of time. That's a parental worry. That's not a child worry. And if you have more than one, you got a bunch of daughters, a couple sons, you have that worry multiplied, man. Multiplied. So I don't believe that the kid understands the amount of pressure, the roles, responsibilities that we have as parents. Yeah, man. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse with this one. Juwan, I'm not speaking of necessary discipline. I love my folks. I'm speaking of compassion and respect. If it's not there, it won't be there later. I agree. I totally agree, and I appreciate your clarification. Thank you.
But my mom told me, she said he walked that floor all night. He was worried about y'all. Not only it was me and my twin sister, and it's my older brother too. He was just trying to keep what I understood. He was trying to keep us safe from the danger out there. And plus, I think he was more cautious because my daddy used to ride motorcycles and lost two of his cousins and uncle to a motorcycle accident.
Let me tell you something. If you ever been in a motorcycle club, one of the biggest things is the dude better protect his daughters. All right. And some of them clubs, they be buying and selling wives, but that's a whole nother show. Those are motorcycle gangs. Anyway, so you can understand his fear as a man, right?
Yes.
So let's take this into a different direction. But before we take this in a different direction, there's two things. two big things happened to me over the course of the past month. One of those things, both of them are what I would call triumphs and successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give them to you in order. One of them, I won dance battle. I was in a versus battle, and I won a dance battle against a known R&B singer.
Facts.
Yeah, I was like, what happened to Ray J? He gave some breakout.
Facts.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I did that. Thank you for all the support. It was, you know what I mean? My back was out for about a week and a half, but I left it all on the stage for y'all. Peace, love, and light. Thank you. So that was one. The other was I had the opportunity, and I was blessed enough to be able to release a high-end luxury couture shoe collection called Maison Chupino. And I want to pause for a little station identification for the sponsor of this show. Yes. Maison Chupino. That means House of Chupino. And we've already done an unboxing. You can see it on my page. It's an unboxing of the high top called the Maison Chupino, which is the flagship model of the shoe from my brand. And the second one is the Zaire Guillaume. I'm going to be doing an unboxing, so I'm actually doing a bonus show for you guys tomorrow. It should be around noon or 11. Going early, giving y'all some breakfast with the kid. Or brunch. What is it? I don't know. But anyway, so around 11 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to link back up. We're going to do my One Chef, Two Cups, but this time it's called One Chef, Two Cups, and a shoe. Yeah, sounds funny. One chef, 2 cups, and a shoe. Get it? I'll show you what it looks like. Hold on. Got it. One chef, 2 cups, and a shoe. Come through in the morning. All right. I'm going to be having the coffee, so you got to bring the other stuff. Please and thank you. And it better not be no damn napkins. So, support. We'll be doing an unboxing tomorrow. And it's literally straight from the FedEx box. All right. And peace and love to everyone that supported already and made purchases. Thank you. So, we're about to go a little heavy on this one right here.
Okay.
How do we feel about our teachers?
Our teachers? I had some good teachers. I love some of my teachers. And some of them I didn't give a damn about. But some of my teachers, I had some good teachers. The ones I thought was invested in me, the ones who wasn't invested in me, I could tell.
Do you think that you were made? Do you think that you would have been any different? Would have been a different person without some of the teachers that you've had?
No, I think I had some wonderful teachers. They really it was invested in me and making sure that I got good grades. Even one of my teachers, he's been almost 4 days tutoring me after school to make sure I got to understand the work. And one of my best teachers that I still talk to this day, when I went to college, he went on to the college with me and made sure I had the right classes to take.
So, do we give them the honor that they deserve?
No, I don't think we do. And I didn't understand that until COVID hit. I was like, when I had to be a homeschool teacher, I was like, oh, this that bullshit. I was like, when are these teachers going back to teaching? Because I understand now what they be going through. I need them to go back. Give them some more money. Give them some more money. Give them more money. Give them more money to buy school supplies so they don't have to take out their own money. Give them more vacation. Do more for them. And I think teachers should be just like first responders. I feel like if the teachers are our first responders, they're teaching our children, and I feel like they should get the honor and the praise that they do, and they don't. They're overworked and underpaid.
All right. So now we're going to talk about a particular topic based on a particular clip. We're going to watch it.
Yes.
And in terms of our discussion, I'd like to make this precursor to this clip, make us all understand that we're going to speak respectfully in regard to the issue in a truthful and balanced manner. All right. So hold on one moment. Most teachers, there are a few that they're not great. I agree with you. All right. So let's play this.
Florida's so-called Don't Say Gay law takes effect. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis signed the Parental Rights in Education bill in March, ruling that public school teachers are now banned under law from engaging in classroom instruction related to sexual orientation or gender identity. Joining me now from Miami, Florida, ABC's Victor Oquendo, and in Washington, D.C., ABC's Alex Perche. Victor, let me start with you because I know you're outside of school in Miami. Just tell us what the mood like there is right now as this law takes effect.
Well, Alexis, I think it depends on where you stand on the bill, but for a lot of educators in the state of Florida, this is no doubt a very difficult day, both professionally and personally. Some of the teachers that we've spoken with tell us that they feel like they're almost walking on eggshells, that they're afraid of going back into the classroom. Look, this was never part of the curriculum to begin with, but you really can't stop these children from saying certain things that could bring up these topics that create a very difficult situation for these teachers. We should mention that this bill is specifically for grades K through 3rd. However, there is some language in the bill that would open up some avenues that would make this apply to grades well beyond those. Alexis?
Alex, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre slammed this law, calling it shameful, discriminatory. She is, of course, the first openly gay White House press secretary. What else did she have to say about this law?
Well, Alexis, she said it was flat out discriminatory. She also says that this could negatively impact students' health and that also it impacts mental health, physical safety, and well-being, and that it also censors dedicated teachers and educators who want to do the right thing and support their students. But she says in response to this, Department of Education is going to be monitoring the law, and any students and parents who believe they are experiencing discrimination, they're encouraged to file a complaint with the department's Office for Civil Rights.
So, Victor, I know there were reports in Orange County that teachers were being told to take down photos of their same-sex spouse. Some were told to stop wearing clothes with a rainbow and even remove safe space stickers from their doors. What are teachers telling you?
Alexis, those reports were gaining a lot of steam, so our team reached out to the school district to see just how much of that was accurate, and here's what we got in response. The school district confirmed that they cautioned teachers against discussing their marriages or partners, but never told anyone to actually take photos down. I think that this speaks to a lot of the misinformation around this bill and the gray area that a lot of teachers could find themselves in. They know that they have to walk a fine line here or possibly face punishment. Alexis?
Yeah, as you described it, sort of walking on eggshells. So, Alex, could this so-called Don't Say Gay law violate any federal laws already in place? And are other states expected to follow Florida's lead here?
Well, Alexis, we've already seen bills introduced in states like Ohio, Georgia, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Kansas, but it is going to be challenged. This Florida law specifically is going to be challenged. Advocates saying that it violates the 4th, the 15th, also possibly Title IX, but that is something that is going to develop over time.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Normally, I don't do this. I'm not that dude that pulls receipts like the new generation. Everybody got receipts and screenshots.
Yes, they do.
Right. But I think me doing this was actually important that I pull this particular receipt. Right. Okay. A lot of times, y'all, I'll do something like send Andrea a clip, or she'll send me clips to look at in consideration for a show. And then there's ones that I know she's going to say yes to, but I tell her, hold your opinion until the show. And she'll get pissed off. She wants to go, right? So the one she sends will already have her opinion. So we're going to show you, because she sent me that. By the way, the theme was, all right, we're looking at all Andrea's clips today. So if you ain't get it. So let's take a look and see what Andrea said. Now teachers can't say this. Now teachers can't say this. Now teachers can't say that. And they overworked and underpaid. This is that bullshit. When they're taking care of a teacher teaching them for 8 hours a day. It's such a shame. All right. So tell us how you really feel.
Yes, I think you're stagnating the teacher now. You're stagnating the teacher in whatever. And to me, wherever her lifestyle is, who cares? If she's a good damn teacher, she's a good damn teacher. So now she can't even wear, she want to wear a gay pride shirt. So what? I mean, we're not all the same. And what's wrong with celebrating that? I think we're if she's a good teacher, I want her to teach my child. If she care about my child, I want her to express how she feels. Is she have a real life? Teacher is her profession, but she is a real life person too. And so I just think that's ridiculous. I think you're starting the growth of a teacher.
Okay. So let's see what you said. Let me break down piece for piece. Now they can't say this. Now they can't say that. So I want to address it from that piece.
Okay.
Okay, that's one piece. Next piece, they are overworked and underpaid. That's another piece. There's that bullshit when they're taking care of a teacher, taking care of. All right. So I absolutely agree 100%, and they're overworked and underpaid. Absolutely. So let's take that out. We agree with that 100%.
Okay.
This is that bullshit when they're taking care of our children. The teacher is teaching them for 8 hours a day. Yes, I do. Now, I partially agree with this. I don't believe that this is that bullshit, by the way, right? But I do agree we have to show a high degree of respect for them and deference, because they do hold our children for 1/3 of their natural living day. Absolutely. All right. So now, here's the other piece.
Okay.
Now, the first one. Now, teachers can't say this. Now, teachers can't say that. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you are charged with having my kid for 8 hours a day, then there should be a specific guideline of the stuff that you pump into their heads. because different kind of people are out there that do different kind of things, and those different kinds of people become different kinds of teachers.
Yes, I'm talking about in the guidelines of what is the structure of the school and what they're supposed to be teaching the kids. That's what I'm talking about. But if so what if the history book says it's gay pride in the history book, she gonna talk about it. Okay,
So
I'm just saying if it says in the history book, she's gonna talk about it, and
right.
that's ridiculous for what if they do have she have a student in her class who is gay. So I'm
So
just saying, if she's gonna talk, if it's gonna be in the history book, and she have a subject and have the kids do a subject over it, they have a debate in the classroom, they talk about it. What is wrong with that? Now, I'm not saying that she's gonna be a radical and go out of the teacher, the perimeter of the of the curriculum of the teacher.
okay, I hear all of that, right? So that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's balance it out.
Okay.
Do you remember who they stated that it was directed at? Which children? K through 3.
K through 3. Yes, it did. I forgot. K through 3. Yes.
5-year-olds to 8-year-olds. That's who it's directed at. They mentioned could one try to go for something higher later on, but as it stands, K through 3. So what they're stating is that you can't talk about sexuality to the kindergartners, first grade, second grade, or third grade.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can't talk about gayness. You can't talk about sex. Mm-hmm. I don't see, I mean, and if parents want to do it, discuss it at home, that's their option. Mm-hmm. 5, 6, 7, 8. During that time frame, they're saying leave that out of the curriculum. Mm-hmm. Is that a bad thing?
I mean, I visually seen what they said about the first, second. I see. I can agree with that. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that. Their first and second and third grade. That's fine. I do have a third grade. My son is going to the third grade. So do I want that to talk about it? No, I don't. So I understand that.
So, and that's right. We do this truth and balance thing. I mean, just in terms of the balance, because what they're saying is you can't talk about same-sex kissing, love, butthole pleasures, LGBTQ plus types of issues, right?
Yes.
And of course, for the record, I'm not taking any shots at the movement. Funny thing is, I do have let's kind of say a dog in this fight, because the person that they mentioned, Karine Jean-Pierre, is actually, I've known her for most of my life. She's the press secretary for the White House, and she's actually my cousin by marriage, So in terms of the conversation, I understand her stance on what's going on because of the fact that she is a standard for the movement as well. And when you sit as somebody that's a press secretary for the White House, you look more at things within a global mindset. So it's not going to look like one little move. It looks like a precedent that may be set. So you don't even want any type of laws governing that. Mm-hmm. But in the end, some of us just think about the impacts of certain laws to us right now. Yes, and it could change the types of laws that impact us or impact children and teaching later on. But right now, it doesn't bother me that much having they say, hey, you can't teach a 5, 6, 7, or 8-year-old about sexuality, homosexuality, or any of the other chosen preferences that exist. Mm-hmm. So that's all I got on that one. What you think?
Well, I do agree with the first, second, and third grade. Yes, I do agree. It should be that should be explained at home. Mom and dad should be explaining that. So I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I agree. Leave sexuality at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Hey, listen. It's not a bad thing. My thing is this. Remember, I'm a corporate employer. I hire people. You know, I manage people. So I understand all of the rules and how everything works, right? So it's not a bad thing. When you meet me, I don't introduce myself as, hey, you know, I'm chef. I like to cuddle first, start off with missionary, switch to, it doesn't work like that. What we do behind closed doors doesn't mix or interfere with anything that has to do with life outside of the bedroom. So it is what it is. Let's take a look at what old fella, peace, old fella, welcome through. Most of the 12-page bill was concerning parental rights to know what was being taught to their kids. There is literally one paragraph concerning LGBTQ. Thank you for that vital clarification.
Okay.
It's important. It's and that's the thing. It's important to know. That's why I remember what I stated was that because she stands as a bastion of the movement, she has to make a loud noise, even though there might have been one piece that was in there about the movement. And I understand that position, you know, especially when you represent. But it was literally about our rights to know and our ability to control what was taught to our children. Thank you, old fella. I appreciate the informational infusion, my man. Thank you.
So we got action in this chat tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Great action. Great action. Let the parents have that discussion with their children. Absolutely. I agree. No, not your personal info. All right. So we kind of, you know, I like that. We kind of moved on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Oh, before we go, you know, not go, but before we continue, I always like to have the. Right. There you go. So, breast cancer awareness moment, men. This is important. This is my message to the men. Men, you have to do your job, protect, provide, and all of that. You know what I mean? Sometimes the same way the women have to take care of us when we don't take care of our health, we have to do certain things to help them out and check their health as well. All right? Speak to the doctor.
About creating awareness. Cancer in the early stages is not painful. So it is not easy for a person to know they've got cancer. That is why I encourage men to suck those titties, and I encourage women. Is it embarrassing? You don't suck a titty. What do you suck? You've got to suck something. What do you suck?
Thank you. I'll be doing my part. I hope you gentlemen do yours. All right. So, always got to throw a little health PSA in there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you dropped a couple of things in there. I want to throw one out there and see, since folks want to get a little political. Peace, shout out, Chef. Oh, Intellectual Soapbox. Shout out to Chef Andrea. Knowledge and relationships. We in the building. Intellectual Soapbox. We in the building. Peace. Yes, thanks for popping through, big dog. So, I want to play one. We had to play before, but I want to discuss this one real quick.
The question is why are politicians so afraid to say that they're doing something, especially specifically for black people? Like they use the cloak of poor people and people of color, the underprivileged. Why is it that you can't just come out and say, I'm doing this for black people because black people need it? Because so many things have been done to us throughout the history of this country. So many things have been done to us, but very little has been done specifically for us. Why do you think that is?
Because African Americans represent 12% of the population. And so if you are a traditional politician doing the math, you think, if I name this group, I am going to lose other people, and I can't get, if every single black person voted for me, this may not get me what I want. So let me make it vague enough that other people don't get offended by helping.
Oh, you just gave me an idea. I hate to cut you off,
Please.
but we black people, we just gonna have to start finding, like, the candidate that we don't like the most. We just gotta act like we like them, so won't nobody like them. Think about that shit. Like if we just showed up at the next election acting like we liked the one person we really didn't like,
can you try
all the white people be like, I don't know about this guy.
If you could try this experiment in 2023, I would be greatly appreciative. We're 12%. We may be inching towards 13% of the population. So on a federal level, that's been part of the problem, that it's been a challenge. Now, I got into trouble from a lot of folks when I ran in 2018 because I specifically talked about black people. But I also talk about Latinos, I talk about Asian Americans, because each of those communities face different challenges. But I wake up black, I go to sleep black, and I live black. And for me, it is anathema to pretend that I am not who I am. I'm not always going to only talk about what we can do for black people, but I'm always going to make certain I am thinking about how we serve the black community. And I think it is disingenuous to walk away from it, but to your point, if people want to know why it happens because in the math, it's hard to win an election with just black people.
Right.
Okay, all right. So what do you think about that? It's pretty deep.
I do think what she said was right. I do think black folks should demand, if we're gonna vote for you, we should demand the things that we want to get passed. Tell me what you gonna pass for us, and then you might get our vote. To this, I think that's the problem we're having. Either you're a Democrat or you're a Republican or you're an independent. But whatever side you're on, if who's in the White House now, we don't like what's going on in the White House. Well, we voted for that person because we were standard of being a Democrat.
Okay, so
I just think from now is I'm like, show me what you gonna do for me before you can get my vote.
So it sounds like you're saying that you would probably go against party lines. What you would want to be is more based on their agenda as opposed to what party they represent.
Yes.
Okay. I could definitely go with that line of thinking because I do have an issue with the party-based system, an issue with patronages. I understand it takes place, but, it's one of those things where people start leaning towards the particular flag. When I say flag, the particular team, the particular squad, as opposed to what's going to be done and what's supposed to be done and what needs to be done. I have a problem with that. So, let me see something.
And I think sometimes our race, if our parents was a Democrat, we feel like we gotta be a Democrat. When we feel like they ain't doing nothing for us, or if our parents were a Republican, we feel like we gotta do it that way. I just still think at this point we're not getting stuff done for us. I'm on the side of what you gonna show me, what you gonna do for us, not because I'm a Republican or not I'm a Democrat or I'm an independent. Okay. I think we need to start seeing what you gonna do for us, depending on what party line you own. Period. No, and stop thinking, well, my grandma was a Democrat, my mom was a Democrat, I'm gonna be one too. Hell no, no more.
Yeah, I think we need to start holding our politicians accountable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy You know, it's crazy trying to take down a building from the top floor down.
I
You would
mean,
have to start from the bottom up. And one thing we don't do in our community is we don't have enough communication with our local politicians. Forget
yes,
the governor, the mayor. You know, we're talking about your local alderman,
yes.
city councilman, you know, the low, the
Mm-hmm.
ones that pop into the to your schools, the borough presidents. Attend those council meetings for your district.
Mm-hmm.
Have a say. You're sitting there worried about the person at the top. This person that's over here represents you.
Yes.
So at some point, we need to start being a part of our local politics.
Yeah,
It's important if you call yourself political, but if you only vote once every 4 years for somebody at the top, what you really doing? I'm like a baseball player that's only going to show up for the World Series.
yeah, and we need to know what we need to know how long they stay in the office. What are they doing for us in the local thing, like our local sheriff, our local local judges, all of that. We need to know all of that, and at the same time, we need to lobby because I do believe some of these folks are getting their bills passed because they out there with their checkbook open, they lobbying on the lobby floor, and they over there just getting their bill stuff passed. And then us black folks saying, "Oh, why we ain't getting bills passed and stuff? Are we opening our wallets? Are we open? But we buying Jordan, we buying hair."
Let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
I got to take that message down. And I'll explain. I'll explain. Don't take it the wrong way. The YouTube algorithm is extremely explicit, Sophia, literally explicit about information involving a specific place and opinions on what's going on in that particular place you mentioned. So, I'm not a censorship guy. However, in due respect to the channel, I had to pull that down because that was something that was specific in terms of what will get you removed, or get a stream taken down. No, you're good. You're good. What it is that, just playing it safe. Just playing it safe. Don't take it personally. I got you. All right. So,
Yes, so I do believe that when they're out there lobbying and opening their checkbooks and getting their bills passed, what they wanted to do, if we have a force of a team like that, I think some of them bills and lobbies we can do that too. But when we can't work together or come to a common then come to
you got it. Come
to a common denominator to get it together, and we're fighting on this arm, we fighting on this. It's like they open they opening their wallets and getting their stuff passed, and we over here buying Jordans and hair, and then we wonder why things ain't getting passed for us. Shoot, open our wallets too.
Okay. The hypocrisy with all them bundles you got strapped to the top of your head. That look like about 14 laws that could have freed the black folk, and maybe that look like a whole lot of reparations right there.
I just
you wearing our reparations right now.
I'm just saying. I'm just being honest.
What up, cuz?
If is that what we want? We got to be out there too on them lobby floors.
Breaking news. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Black community. Andrea Lynch is wearing your reparations.
I'm just saying, look, we spend a lot of money on Jordans, the club, the Kanye, the cigars. We spend a lot of money doing that. Okay, I'm just saying.
Wait, the Kanye?
What's the word? That's the wrong word.
No, what you meant by the Kanye? I want to know.
Yeah, y'all drinking that too, huh? So I'm.
Just you mean cognac?
Cognac, okay.
Yeah, drinking Kanye. That's a different type of movie. There. That's.
I'm just saying. If we doing that, come on, let's get it together and be on floors and lobby for the things we want. as one.
You're absolutely right. We have to be more involved within the process.
Yeah. So I feel like if you're not involved, if you over there just complaining and you ain't doing nothing, come on now. Oh, thank you.
Is that conceited ass?
Thank you, sis.
So let me see what we got. Yeah, we have to get involved, folks.
Yeah, we have to get involved.
It's important for us to get involved. Just sitting there and talking about, that once a year, that once every 4 year type of movement. It's not real.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check this file real quick, just to make sure. Okay, cool. Andrea sent me some stuff. So you ready to move on to the next topic?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool.
I'm really sick of this shit. Let me tell y'all why y'all shouldn't have kids. So it's a good day. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling myself. I put this little skunk stripe in my hair last night. So we get to my son's football practice and the cheerleading coach walked by. She like, hey, mom, your hair is really cute. I'm like, thank you so much. Feeling myself. Here go my 7-year-old. Well, she used to wear wigs all the time, but now she love herself. And this is why I'm team fuck them kids, for real. Because stuff like this, you ain't ever in your life have to go ahead and tell that lady that. You don't even know me like that. Honestly, you only know me for...
Yo, what kind of shit you sending me, yo?
Hold on, 1 minute.
Oh, snap. I ain't even see that. I didn't even expect that one. Oh, no. Oh, no. And that was sent to me by a foster mom of 20 years.
But I see
so much for the Disney sponsorship. I might as well play it again. Since you killed the monetization for this one. The yellow dollar sign. Now,
we've been over here for at least an hour. It's fine now, should it?
Hold on, we're gonna run this again.
No, because I'm really sick of this shit. Let me tell y'all why y'all shouldn't have kids. So it's a good day. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling myself. I put this little skunk stripe in my hair last night. So we get to my son's football practice and the cheerleading coach walked by. She like, hey, mom, your hair is really cute. I'm like, thank you so much. Feeling myself. Here go my 7-year-old. Well, she used to wear wigs all the time, but now she love herself. And this is why I'm team fuck them kids, for real. Because stuff like this, you ain't ever in your life have to go ahead and tell that lady that. You don't even know me like that. Honestly, you only know me for...
As a matter of fact, you only know me for 7 years.
That's when I seen that, I had to post it. That was so funny. I was like, yes, I'm talking about, sis. You don't know me for 7 years. You ain't known me that long. Like, why you tell my business? So what? I wear wig. What? So what? And my mom used to say, don't be funny out in front of these white folks. Okay, that's what she just tell us when we go to the store. She was like, don't be funny out in front of these white folks. If y'all do, y'all get it when you get home. She would have that conversation before we get into the store. I'm like, okay, mama, I ain't gonna do nothing. Cause can I get something? Cause I want to get something too.
I want to see what else he sent. I'm gonna see what else he sent. We checking through here. Cause I know you be on that bullshit.
That'd be funny to me. For kids, okay. Sometimes you need like a little outlet.
So you felt like that before?
Yeah, she's doing the mom thing, taking the son to the football game. She in the, she said, "Hey, how y'all doing?" She thought she was cute. coming out there making sure she looked cute for her, her son playing football. And they was like, "Hey, mom, how you doing? Your hair look cute." Sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? Know what that means? Fake it till you make it. Like you faking that you happy, loving mom out here on the football field, but one time you just said bullshit. I don't feel like coming out here tonight. But I'm gonna say, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And I feel like inside, I'm like, I don't want to be here. They getting on my nerve. They so happy in the goddamn morning, especially on that Saturday morning at that football game. I be like, don't talk to me so early. Then mom be saying, "Hey, Miss Lynch, how you doing?" I was like, "Oh, it's too early in the morning. They're having coffee and stuff." I'm not a morning person. I didn't tell you that either, okay?
Oh, you did tell us that you cut a dude off because of the fact that you wasn't a morning person.
So and my son played Pop Warner football. You gotta be to the game early. You gotta be there, make sure they dress, and them parents was like, "Hey, how you doing? How's the family?" I was like, "Just shut up." I was like, "It's okay, we good." I wanted to say, "That's be quiet. It's too early in the morning. Talk to me at noon, especially on Saturday."
There was something I wanna play. I played it before, but I don't know. I think it required deeper conversation.
Okay.
And it kind of links into, the parental theme of tonight. Obviously, we talked about parenthood, children, lessons. And remember the theme for this season, Peace to E-Black, is double standards and what we perceive as fairness. Thank you. Thank you, Erin Laura. We appreciate you. Thank you. We'll come up and spend those in Canada. I got you. Come to the six.
When it comes to Chef and Andrea, Chef put a hat on and a baseball cap. And he can be ready in 30, 40 minutes. Andrea, it takes an hour to get dressed for this show. Look at that double standard, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
Whole production over here.
See, what you don't be seeing is when the camera's off, and then you see like 3, 4 kids behind her with combs and brushes. Shut up and comb my hair. Sorry, mama. Sorry, mama. No wire brushes. No wire brushes. Oh, mommy dearest. Yeah, I remember that. Anyway. Yeah. Our engagement gets better whenever I hit a falsetto. Anyway. So, where's up? We're going with the parental theme. The lessons we teach. How do we prepare our kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, one, I need participation. Right now it's showing 9 folks. I know people are in and out. It's showing 9 folks right now viewing. I'm going to want some participation on this one in terms of your opinion. All right. It's going to be 1, if you think the guy was right for the way he handled the situation. 2, if you feel the guy was wrong for handling that situation. 1 or 2. Let's take a look.
Sorry, would you mind if we switch seats just for this last part? She really likes to watch out the window as we land, and it helps calm her down.
Yeah, no, even if I wanted to switch, I think it's more important that your daughter learn a valuable lesson. That's not how the world works, you don't always get your way.
Are you for real, dude?
So, because it's so short, I want to run it again. 1 in the chat if you thought the guy was right for how he moved, or 2 in the chat if you thought he was wrong for how he moved. All right? We're going to play it again. Remember, he had his assigned seat. The lady had her assigned seat with the child, and she asked him if she can switch seats so her child could enjoy the benefit of the window seat. So let's run it back again. And before we do that, Laura. Hey, yo, Papi Blanco. What's up, my brother? Welcome through. So we're going to run it back.
Sorry, would you mind if we switch seats just for this last part? She really likes to watch out the window as we land, and it helps calm her down.
Yeah, no, even if I wanted to switch, I think it's more important that your daughter learn a valuable lesson. That's not how the world works, you know. You don't always get your way.
Are you for real, dude?
So let me participate. I'm going to put mine in the chat. One. I'll let you go first. And the rest of you, one, if you thought he handled it appropriately, two, if you thought he didn't.
Okay. So I say 2. I understand this is how the world works. I get that. And I understand that. But a level of understanding is why you just couldn't be gracious enough to say, I did hear her, the mother said the little child, the daughter gets anxious because she gets anxious and want to be by the window. And she just, I would start human decency for me, I would have moved. For me.
Okay.
Everybody like me, but I just thought when she said that my daughter gets anxious and she's flying and she wants to sit by the window, I just would have moved.
Okay. So you said out of human decency.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about giving them a piece of bread and they were starving. This was about the comfort of entertainment. It was about entertainment. The child being entertained looking out of a window. I don't understand what human decency. It wasn't about feeding a child or protecting or clothing another human.
Okay, but maybe I'm not using the right word. Maybe a little courtesy. How about that?
No. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Maybe a little courtesy, because I have children, and so I have fluid children, and honey, that was the most experience of my life with 4 small children. So do I understand the level of children on a plane? Yes, I do. And what works my nerves is sitting behind a crying ass baby behind my seat. Okay, but now when I didn't experience that until I took 4 kids with me on a plane. So now I have a little more grace and mercy about complaining about a baby crying behind me now. But I mean, I'm just saying, and I didn't get to sit with all my kids. I had 2 with me and 2 behind me. Not 2 rows ahead of me. So they was doing things I couldn't see. So I'm just saying is, for me, I would have moved. Let the little girl sit at the window. Just me.
And because of what you said, you would have okay. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
You booked a flight before?
Yes.
Let's say he had to pay for that seat. He had to pay an upcharge for that window seat. There's certain people that require a window seat just as a level of comfort for flying.
True. I agree with that.
Me, I require a window seat. Why? So I can have my neck cushion and hit that corner. Because the way I'm asleep, I'm liable to be in between 2 people and hit them with these and that. So I like that corner. I wedge myself in the corner and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not flying first, I'm flying the seat that's closest to the front. I may be the guy, who has to agree to operate the emergency door. I need that wall there.
Mm-hmm.
I like walls. But anyway. So now, in order to keep your child, so your child could feel comfortable and to make it more convenient for you, because you chose not to purchase a window seat, I now have to give you the benefit of something that you weren't willing to pay for out of courtesy or human decency.
Okay, I could see the way you're saying it. You know, it's just the way he said. It irritated me the way he said. You need to teach your daughter that she's not that the world. This is the way the world is. I'm like, we already. Don't you think we already know that? Don't you think that the kids know that? That's why you don't get every kid when you play sports. Don't get every kid a trophy because if y'all didn't, everybody didn't win one. So I do believe in that method, but at the same time, is I just maybe I'm just a little different. I just no, I could move.
So I'm gonna address this piece. All right, Aaron. So Aaron mentioned he could have been more polite with one. Here's the thing. In terms of what I consider the emotional side of our flowers, all right? The emotional side of our flowers. Sometimes hearing the truth sounds louder and more impolite than it actually was said. Okay? It was more, it comes across louder or more impolite than what was said. There was something he stated. She asked him if he minded.
Yes.
And he said, even if I wanted to give up the seat. So what he was doing was literally stating, I don't want to give up my seat, man. Literally.
Yeah.
So he stated, because there was two things. One, what she let him know, because remember you said about human decency, she let him know was she did not need his seat. She let him know she did not need his seat. She wanted his seat.
Yes.
Because it would have been more convenient for her in terms of being able to calm her child.
True.
So she did not need anything. She wanted something. What did she want for her child? Entertainment. Wanting the child to be entertained by what was on the other side of said window.
Yes.
Right? So there was no, to me, chivalrous, honorable. Let's talk about honor and morality and what we would teach. I think he just was in that place where he was the one that delivered a certain message, right?
Yeah, he did.
So,
to me, he did.
The lesson. Let's talk about the lesson part. 100 watts. What it do? Participation trophies are for the weak. What happens is sometimes women don't like parent. This is going to be what I say. Sometimes women don't like parenting lessons or advice from men, right? Especially a man that has not created a child with them. So we're going to run it back and take a look at how it feels. Remember, we got truth. The truth is that we feel, because the truth is what we see and what it means to us at that time. So everything goes through that perception and perspective. But as we start to drop a little balance into the glass and stir, let's see if we see the same thing. So let's run it back now.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Sorry, would you mind if we switch seats just for this last part? She really likes to watch out the window as we land, and it helps calm her down.
Yeah, no, even if I wanted to switch, I think it's more important that your daughter learn a valuable lesson. That's not how the world works, you know, you don't always get your way.
Are you for real, dude?
I love it when you watch a movie a few times, you start seeing different stuff, you know. So
I mean,
he wasn't rude.
No, he wasn't. And he wasn't wrong when he said she needed to learn a valuable lesson. This is how the world works. That is true. I mean, I remember I used to tell my mama life wasn't fair. She said, yeah, life ain't fair.
Yeah, I just believe sometimes the way that information, when we glean information, our heart, it's so far away from our ears
Yes.
But it still has an impact and a filter in terms of what we hear. You know, many times, excuse me, we filter what we hear by how we feel, and never realize that we're doing it.
I think she got upset because when he said you need to teach your daughter a valuable lesson and that life don't work that way. I think she took offense to that.
So watch this.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was the next and final time I play it.
Oh,
I think that
Mm-hmm.
what she did
Mm-hmm.
was a freaking awful, awful, awful parenting mistake.
Yeah.
Because she took that opportunity instead of showing
Mm-hmm.
that the way life actually works, right?
Mm-hmm.
That she actually insulted him.
Yeah.
And became indignant.
Mm-hmm.
And began to display a high degree of entitlement. Her behavior turned it from a simple request to an entitled request.
Yes.
Which means that he had better say yes.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is he gave her a no she didn't expect, and he gave her some words with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she.
So I believe she was horrible. She was horrible for that because guess what? That's what you just taught your kid.
Yeah.
You just went off on a stranger for not giving your kids something that you paid for. That they paid for. That's teaching entitlement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was a little self-entitlement. Yeah, she was.
Little? She went off on the man.
Yeah.
Let's run it back one more time. Let's see, because this was wild to me.
Sorry, would you mind if we switch seats just for this last part? She really likes to watch out the window as we land, and it helps calm her down.
Yeah, no, even if I wanted to switch,
Sorry. I just want you to see how she goes from sweet to sour like a freaking Sour Patch. Watch this.
Sorry, would you mind if we switch seats just for this last part? She really likes to watch out the window as we land, and it helps calm her down.
Yeah, no, even if I wanted to switch, I think it's more important that your daughter learn a valuable lesson. That's not how the world works, you know, you don't always get your way.
Are you for real, dude?
Yeah. I think she was. Yeah, she what she could have said was, okay, thank you, I understand. You're not gonna give us a seat. I'm and called the day and showed humility to the person that you was asking for a seat. But she got out a rate and got mad because you're asking him to do something for you and your daughter. He's not asking you to do something for him. And then when he said no, you got mad.
I don't think so. Would you? Question.
Mm-hmm.
Would Andrea have even asked?
No, I wouldn't. I'm just like do something else to entertain my daughter, or to help her relax until we land. Because I do feel like that's his seat. He paid for it. Everybody ain't gonna be courtesy and give up their seat. Everybody don't do that, especially at this new age in town.
And I learned at some point, I understood the necessity to pay for comfort.
Yeah.
Comfort comes at a premium, and it's not just about money, making money. It's about options and being able to do certain things that you may not have been able to do before. So could he have been nicer about it? No. I think the more words, I agree. It was kind of rhetorical. I'm sorry, Andrea. I kind of agree. Where I think it was Sophia. Oh, there you go. Sophia, just a splash, said right. 2 answers to any simple question. Yes or no, right? Because, you ask a question and it's a close-ended question. then you literally have 50-50 chance of what you're going to get. Some people felt that he could have limited his conversation, but I don't really think so, because when you go and you make a request like that, what you also do is you publicly put that person up for public scrutiny now.
Yeah.
Oh, why you couldn't give the lady the seat? Oh, you're a jackass. Oh, boo this man.
Now
Oh,
you're putting
man.
on.
Come on, man.
You putting judgment. You putting people judging him because he said no, and then they're ridiculing him because he said you should teach your daughter a valuable lesson. The world don't work like this, and so, I just feel like he was gonna
Thank you, Joanna.
he was gonna be she was already mad. She didn't like what he said. It wasn't gonna be a good look for him. Because people gonna feel sorry for the mom and the little girl.
It felt like a setup. It's in those kind of situations. I think it's very important, because if we have daughters, we don't want the victim complex to be a thing. And I don't mean victim Olympics, y'all. Peace to 100 watts. Yeah, he says some people go through life expecting to hear yes. I don't mean victim Olympics. The victim of the damsel in distress syndrome. You want them to be able to be vigilant enough, when the zombie apocalypse comes, that they're not screaming, that they're gonna pick up a shotgun and be ready to roll, right?
And then as I think about what he said, at a sense,
Peace, Mimsy.
At a sense, he could be right. At a sense, when he said you should teach your daughter a valuation that this is how the world works. That's a little bit of truth in that. She's not gonna get everything she wants. She's not gonna get everything handed to her. Because to me, if you does that to a child, she gets everything she wants. When she have tantrums, you just give it to her. Then when she get down in the real world and don't get things that she wants, she ain't gonna know how to handle it. So it was, to me personally, it was a valuable lesson to what he said.
Unfortunately, we understand that it was a skit, right? But let's make believe the skit was real. Unfortunately, just her reaction alone to an aspect of reality, that her child's lesson, that first lesson, the child, I don't believe, got the right one.
No.
Because going forward, she's going to feel that if a stranger doesn't acquiesce to their request for freaking entertainment and comfort,
yes,
then that person is wrong.
Yeah.
And the appropriate response would be, really, dude?
Yeah. She was mad. She was mad.
It's like, oh, so I got to give up. Really? It's an interesting conversation. Chivalry is something, though.
I don't think
chivalry is something. Don't get it twisted. Chivalry is something. But I don't. Now, I may piss some people off.
Well, I was gonna say something too about that.
About chivalry, okay. I'll let you do your thing, Cook.
I don't think everybody has chivalry. I don't think in this day and age, everybody don't have it. They don't think it's important.
Okay.
They look at the scenery is me, myself, and I.
All right. So I'm about to turn what you said on its head. Everybody doesn't deserve chivalry.
True.
Hold on, you don't know where I'm going with this one,
okay.
Right? When I hear that box of sugar snap cookies in your background, though, or some Chinese food.
Water, okay.
Everybody doesn't deserve chivalry. Everybody does not deserve chivalry. One more time. Everyone does not deserve chivalry. Not my chivalry. What do I mean? Chivalry is one of the most important tools utilized by men during courtship and dating phases in order to show women a level of protection or the early types of protection and care that they could be provided. Chivalry is our initial way of showing that we care for a woman. That's the initial way. That's all we got.
Chef, hold on a minute. I got hold on.
All right. Let me know when you bring you back up. I got you. So, chivalry is actually the only tool that we have in the beginning. We barely allowed to hug you when we start talking. So everybody doesn't deserve chivalry. That's one of the only tools that we have. Pulling out the chair, holding the door, throwing the jacket over the puddle so she doesn't damage her shoes, all of those different things. It's a way for us to show not necessarily even that we care, but how caring we can be and our level of pension and paying attention to details. But everybody doesn't necessarily deserve your chivalry. I'm just saying. It's just a thought. So, listen. Let's talk about this thing here. Tonight was pretty smooth. I ain't gonna lie. We were able to, double back. Had a little bit of an issue, but we were able to double back, switch the format and bring it back to truth and balance. So I like that. Let me just bring this up real quick. Wasn't he showing disrespect by stating that he wanted to teach her a lesson? Thanks for that question, old fella. I don't think that he was doing that just by virtue of her request and why she was making the request. Because watch this. Do you know that there's sometimes when people make requests, there's underlying threats? All right. When certain people make requests, there are underlying threats. It's like, listen, they used to do this on the subway, on the New York subway, when they would go and beg. It was like, listen, I'm here asking you guys nicely because, I don't want to be the guy in the street that's robbing you. It's almost an underlying threat that's leveled. So Here's the underlying threat that was leveled within her request. Basically, if you don't give me your damn seat, my kid is going to make noise and it's going to be worse for you. So you might as well give up the seat. And what was funny is even when you, Andrea, made that mention of, well, it might as well because now the kid's going to make noise for everybody, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Your heart even read the underlying threat.
Yes.
All requests come with certain things, the Easter eggs laid in there. When you make a request to a person and then also give them the reason, give them what's going to happen negatively, the result or the consequence of their choice, it's almost like you're painting them into a corner. Mm-hmm. And the other folks definitely would have looked at him like the asshole of the flight because, man, if the kid started crying, why didn't you just give up your seat? Mm-hmm. So I don't think he was showing disrespect. She put him on the spot.
Yes.
She put him on the spot. And I think sometimes clarity in a world that's PC, and I understand I have to switch code switch and all of that because I'm a corporate executive as well. But the thing is, sometimes political correctness, it adds a lot more words to the vernacular, and when you speak with brevity, it off-puts because people start to add their own psychological words to the sentences, like when you're playing the telephone game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sophia said, but she put the kid in the equation and even stated why she was making the request.
Yes, she did.
I agree. Erin Laura said he didn't really provide her the opportunity to take a no gracefully in such a way that she could have known she was even deserving of chivalry. They were both kind of shitty.
I mean,
What if he was just?
I mean, you could look at it that way, but at the end of the day, the seat belonged to him. He paid for it. If he chooses to give it up, that's his business. If he don't have to show no grace and mercy. He don't have to show nothing. It belonged to him. Excuse me. Okay. It belongs to him. Here he is.
Yeah, it's important. I think it's really important for us to think about how we expect others to impact.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one thing if he would have offered. It's one thing if he would have offered.
Yeah.
But at this point, obviously, what if somebody really doesn't? What if he just said no?
Yeah.
If he just looked at her and said no, and just went back to eating his chips.
Mm-hmm. She would have still been mad and overrated.
Oh, no, I'm just saying he shouldn't give up the seat.
No, I'm just saying I can understand both sides of the point.
So what it is, Erin Laura, we do with the show's Truth and Balance, where we throw something out there. Andrea may see it a certain way, but what happens is we start kind of breaking it down to see, because remember, her heart as a, even a foster parent, she's going to come from the parental side. She's going to come from the taking a lot of kids' side. You know what I mean? So everything is going to be heard through that lens. You notice we haven't done a Roe v. Wade conversation on camera. You understand?
Yes, on camera, okay?
Yeah. But RVW rather. But yeah. So listen.
Yes.
I think that lesson, I'm glad the kid got a certain piece of the lesson. I'm just, it's sad to see. It's sad to see that the mom displayed a more entitled aspect of the conversation. Yeah. But listen here. It was a lose-lose situation for the man. The mom would have been upset no matter how he said it. Yeah. The less words he would have used would have allowed her brain to put, to complete sentences. Just a no would have been, no, you single baby mama traveling without no man, probably couldn't keep no man. People do that. We edit. So, all right, we're about to wrap it up. I want to thank each and everybody for coming through here, joining in.
You had those clips.
Say it again.
I said, I can't believe you still had all them clips that I said to you. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I pay attention to your ass. Pause. Look, before we leave, y'all remember, got a few pots on the stove, right? Yep. A few pots on the stove. But one of the pots that's cooking on the stove right now is these. The Maison Chupinos, luxury shoe line that's been recently released. Good stuff. We did, gotta take the paper off of there. We did the unboxing the other day. You go check it out, the unboxing. Tomorrow, we do my show. One chef, two cups. Tomorrow's gonna be the special edition. Called One Chef, Two Cups, and One Shoe. There you go.
Wow.
Come join the show early. Get your coffee, get your OJ, get your eggs, your omelets, whatever, and we're going to be kicking it tomorrow. All right. Make sure you lock it in. Please go straight to my channel and hit remind, because we did a stream today. Normally, the YouTube algorithm will only send out 3 alerts per account. to each person. So I want to make sure you guys get the alerts. So just go in, hit the remind button for that show. It's going to be interesting because we're also going to be unboxing the low top shoe. You guys, the one you just saw here was the high top, which is a Maison Chupino. The one we're going to be unboxing tomorrow is going to be the Zaire Guillaume, which is the low top. It's named after my son. So that's right. Be there or be square.
Yes.
Right.
Make sure you come on Tuesday night for that episode. We had to postpone because everybody, even my friend was calling. My friend, Mama Gotti said, "Oh, this is gonna be an interesting conversation. I'll be there Tuesday." I was like, "Girl, come on!" They already called about that episode. They was intrigued about that episode. They trying to tell me what was gonna go on. I said, "Girl, I don't even know." You know, Chef always got something cooking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need my mods to have these links for me, please. Help a brother out. Hold on 1 second. I'm putting it in the chat now.
Tell me everything, girl.
Right, I got the high tops in there. It's very important. This is a labor of love for me right here, y'all. And it's critical that I get this out here. So, Andrea.
Yes.
Whoa, bless you.
Bless you, honey. Bless you. Thank
you. Sounded like a unicorn fart. So,
gotta play your commercial, Chef. Don't forget.
Oh, come on. We already there.
Yeah, okay.
So if any of you guys are interested, please feel free. Check out the shoes. All right. And we're going to give you the commercial before we wrap this thing up. Yo.
Hey, Chef. My phone is 24 hours. I'm a foster mom. I got a phone call waiting for me to come. I'm still
needing your attention, yo.
I'm still working. Okay, I apologize, but my phone's saying people are calling my phone. But I hate to run out on you, but they're telling me people need me right now. A child needs me right now.
You gotta go, yo. You gotta go.
Okay.
You know how I am, man. It's only me and you, yo. I'm like, yo, son.
I have my phone on silent, but they tell me turn my phone on. They calling me right now, so that's what's going on.
Do your thing. You good, yo. You good. We build it while we fly it. I want to send peace, love, and light to everybody in the mix. All right, everybody in the mix. It's your boy Chef Chupino. We come here. We show up. We show up for you. We don't just show up for us. We show up for you. You guys are the ones that keep it going. You keep us wanting to create new stuff. You know, you keep us wanting to keep it fresh. You're the ones that keep us wanting to not regurgitate the same old stuff that you keep hearing. So, you know, it's important to me that we keep this going and we keep it structured and make it happen. So peace, love, light to every single one of you, including Andrea. I hope everything is good, including Vic. You better get right, son. Take care of yourself. Drink that tea and lemon. Lay it down. You can't burn the candle at both ends. And in the meantime, in between time, we hold it down and we keep it vibing. Let's go.
Club on jump, it's the weekend. Julian come true with the big friends. Hitting on doors, that's a defense. Rolling with all, that's that offense. It me change, you let me peachin'. With a bull shaking to my maybe drop bands. Today on buy and I sell. Today on buy, you the kid play. Baby, tell me what you want. Julian, I know you need fun. Ever since remember that we been knocking at the door. Y'all been moving paper, we be running up the school. Y'all before that pill that we was sleeping on the floor. West side Africa, you know the shit ain't cool. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care.
Pop it, baby. Come roll with me. As times relax, my mind's relaxed. I got now from who got next. Here's my number, just send a text. You got a man and she responds, nah. Okay, sure enough. I'ma let you go, don't wanna hold you up. I'ma call your phone when I put it up. Whoever let you go must be dumb as fuck. Wait for. Girl, you so fine, I'll pay for. Fly you first class to LA for. Body so blessed, I pray for. Body so blessed, I pray for. Because I don't care what you say.
I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. My nigga, I killed it. Night long. This the part where you get your girl, nigga. Make sure she focused, nigga. Make sure you focus, nigga. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, hit it. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. I don't care what they say.
That's a hit for your ass, nigga. Hit for your ass, nigga.
Vibing all night long. Peace. Thanks for coming out. Peace, love, and light. We always gonna be here.